Joining us now, look who's here, Dr. Nicole Saphier. Doctor, it's good to see you and Merry Christmas. It's great to have you on.
I mean, I'm wearing red. It is the season, right?
That's
Merry
right.
Christmas.
I'm kind of wearing green. Okay, here's the thing. What is your take on this story? The House passed today a repeal of the vaccine mandate on the military in the annual defense funding bill. It passed with wide bipartisan support, something like 350 yeses to 80 noes. What if the president knocks it out? What happens? What do you think? What's going to be the reaction?
Well, first of all, it's really appalling that it is taking this long for this to happen. This vaccine mandate should have been repealed a long time ago, as soon as we realized that this vaccine was no longer to reduce transmission, and especially in the young, healthy recruits. I mean, our military, the average age is 23. They're the lowest risk, one of the lowest risks for COVID-19. And as we are seeing growing evidence that actually a booster or a third dose in this age group may have more of a net clinical harm than actual benefit. I mean, it is pretty embarrassing how the United States has just been so strong in all of these mandates and has completely ignored the science. And they've really only done what Pfizer and Moderna have told them to do. They're the only ones who have produced any data, and that's what the White House and even the FDA are going along with. But this is a great step in the right direction. It would behoove the president to go along with this, because I can tell you our military is struggling. We're already struggling to get recruits. I think the Army said that they're down 25% in recruitment this year, and they lost, I think, 8,000 or 7,000 military members because of this vaccine. That doesn't bode very well for our national security.
So the Pentagon wants to keep the vaccine mandate. So does the White House. We don't know if the president's going to knock it out or go along with it. But what you're saying is
there data. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you're saying there's antibody data. But you're saying there's antibody data that they're not paying attention to, right? On antibodies.
No, the antibody data shows, yes, however many doses you get, it will boost your antibodies. But what is the clinical benefit of that? And they're not able to demonstrate, especially in these young, healthy males, that there is more benefit than risk to them being vaccinated and boosted at this point in the pandemic with Omicron. So looking at it, you had the Florida Surgeon General who did an own review of Florida residents, and that suggested that there could have been more adverse events in the younger male age group. We've had a plethora of studies now demonstrating myocarditis, the heart inflammation, especially from the second vaccine dose and boosters in younger males. The majority of our military are young males. These mandates, should people go through with them, could have more net clinical harm than actual benefit.
Yeah, and there's word that they could be allowed back in uniform if the vaccine mandate is lifted, those who were not vaccinated, those troops. Let's move on to this. What are your thoughts about face masks? Health pros, there are stories out there that face masks may need to come back on because of this holiday triple-demic of COVID, flu, and the RS virus. What do you think about this story? They're talking masks in public transportation, airports, planes, shopping malls. What do you think?
We know it's interesting. We've been dealing with flu and RSV for over a century, actually. And so for people to come forth saying now, you know, you should actually mask up, and it's not just for COVID anymore, you should mask up to lower the levels of flu and RSV. It's like, well, why have public health officials not told us to do that before? Did they want to see suffering and death? And the answer is no. The reason they haven't suggested public masking is because the data that they had up until COVID showed that masking wasn't very effective in reducing transmission of these respiratory viruses, especially worn by the public. And to be honest, as we have seen throughout COVID, when you compare those counties in the United States that have mask mandates compared to those that didn't, there was no change in the survivability. So the masking didn't actually have a huge clinical benefit either. So I think the high-risk people, if you want to wear a good quality, well-fitted mask, by all means. But for the general public to just be wearing these single-layer cloth masks or just masks in general, there's no place for it at this point.
Got it. Dr. Saphier, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's good to see you.